that show?
Nope.
No. Hello and welcome to SoulTopia Shenanigans with Michelle Welch. We are live here at SoulTopia and live on Facebook. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm just going to start off the night by telling you guys that I had a little bit of a bout of food poisoning starting Sunday night. You know, had some of my friends dissecting whether or not this was really food poisoning or not. I've had it too many times, probably more than I maybe should have, or than, I don't know why I tend to get it, but normally I go to the emergency room and all that good stuff, but I'm pretty sure it was food poisoning. So it's interesting, I went ahead and, as always, looked up what food poisoning, what crystals would help me with food poisoning, and you know what? It's the emerald. And so I love raw emeralds. They're actually, now I like them better than real emeralds. The ring I have on, this one, is actually not an emerald, it's a peridot. But I love raw emeralds, and so I've been carrying this around with me, and it's one of my favorite stones that we have in the store, are the raw emeralds. So that's a great stone for food poisoning. Hope none of you will need it like I did. Normally I will go and get a shot and get over it real quickly, but I've just, like literally for like 2 days. Roger is in Colorado, and I will be joining him on Thursday. I fly. Yeah, I'm a diva about driving. I don't enjoy it at all. Nobody can convince me. Don't try. I just can't stand it. So I'm flying on Thursday, and they were camping out today. And they got back from like Pikes Peak or something. I don't know where they went. Would it be Pikes Peak? Anyway, I think that's what he said. And they went to the mountains, but before they went, they set up camp. They were going to camp out. Roger has like a 3-bedroom tent. I'm not sure if that's the one he took or not. And so they went, and when they kind of went up in the mountains. When they came back, he sent me a picture, and it was just covered in snow and hail. And of course, they had bought all the goodies beforehand. They collected logs and firewood and everything beforehand, and of course the things to make s'mores, the most important thing that you need when you go camping. I posted some of those pictures. I'll post some later, and I said, are you guys still going to camp out? And they were like, of course we're camping out, why wouldn't we? So I hope I'm talking loud enough now for you guys. I feel like I'm kind of screaming, so if it seems like I'm screaming at you guys, I've got a weak voice from not being 100% well, and I am trying to speak very loudly so that we make sure you guys can hear it tonight, okay? So if it seems like I'm screaming at the camera, I kind of am right now. So doing my best, though. So food poisoning we've been dealing with. Roger going to Colorado. I'm going on Thursday night. Thank you. I've seen that all of you already have been putting my name on Arthur Gray's healing, on the Green Man Studios Healing Candle Tuesday, and I really do appreciate that. You know, I've noticed before, and I hope he doesn't mind me saying this, I think you can put anybody's name for any reason. But for me, I usually use that to put it for people I really know throughout the week, have told me. If it's super confidential, I just may put their first name or something, but it's usually somebody who really is going through something or hasn't felt well. That's who I put on the list, not just a whole slew of my best friends, which is okay to do, because I'll welcome prayers anytime, and intentions and candle settings and anything you want to send my way is a good intention. But I've really tried lately to put those that really were going through some stuff, and I have been with this not feeling well, so thank you very much for doing that, and thanks to Arthur and Eloy for always providing that. That is a huge blessing to so many people, so I appreciate that. The next thing I want to talk about is, if y'all saw before when we were up here, one of the reasons I'm out of breath is because I don't feel well, and I was out in the parking lot up here at SoulTopia chasing this like Pepe Le Pew skunk around because he walked right by our front, right out here. Just walked right by and saying hello and wagging his tail at us. And he was a beautiful, clearly not a raccoon. Even though I'm from East Texas, I tend to get these things confused. So, like not real smart on, oh, is that a raccoon? Or, I just walk right up to the thing. So, but it was a skunk for sure. And Cassie saw it too. So I decided I was going to go out and try to chase it and say hi to it. It didn't like that very much, and it didn't spray me, but it probably wasn't so smart. I am from a country girl, I know better, but I was just compelled to go say hi to Pepe Le Pew out there. And then I looked up the totem for the skunk, and I wanted to show you guys because I feel like there was a reason for sure. Well, there always is, right? So I'm sure it applies to Cassie too because she saw the skunk also. And now all you guys are part of it. So this is the let me bring it around this way. This is our bracelet, our totem bracelet, soul totem bracelet for skunk. And I believe it's got onyx. All our totems for animal totems have wood. So I don't know what Cassie's telling me, but something like this. So hopefully you guys can see it. And it's got chrysocolla on it also. So those are the stones that are on there. And the soul skunk. Skunk is one of the animals that is on the original, the wheel, the medicine wheel, the original totems, and it's the power of respect. And when I looked it up a little bit more, it can also be about sensuality because it has to do with fragrances, but good grief, it's not that fragrance that's sensual, but that just somehow it does tie into the sensuality of knowing fragrances. But it's also about self-esteem, self-respect, knowing when to make yourself known. People will notice. It's for people that do get noticed for whatever reason. And to know when that's, when you can step up and assert yourself and not to be manipulated by people. And I've been going through some of that lately. It happens where I just let things slide that don't need to slide and where I need to stand up for myself. And I need to say, this is how it's going to be. And that's okay. I tend to not do that sometimes, and I know there's some of you out there like me, where you tend to just go on, I'm okay, I'm nice, I'm nice, I'm nice, and we're the ones who usually get burned the most when we do stand up for ourselves. Because those people who go around always being rude and kind of just snappy, and they always are like, rah, 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 all the time at people don't tend to get mad at them as much, because they didn't just expect it from those people. But those of us who tend to be just pretty even, the minute we do say, no, that's not okay. I do want it done like this. I do want something handled this way. Or no, you do need to follow through on your promise that you said to me. And then when you do try to stand up for those things, people then are like, wow, she's really rude, or you're really rude. And I know that's not just me. I know it happens to a lot of you because I've talked to you in sessions and things that it happens. So that's that assertiveness training. And people underestimate me all the time. It's silly. Why would you when I'm a lawyer? But it takes a lot to get me to the point of knowing, you know what? Stop messing with me. I'm a skunk. I don't smell like one all the time, but I will get you. It said these skunks will spray from up to accurately from 10 to 15 feet. So I was like, this skunk's beautiful. I want to chase it. I want to pet it in spite of myself, even though I knew that, you know what, it will command your respect if it has to. It will leave you alone. It'll run from you and not want to confront you. But boy, if you push it too hard, it will. And that was a big message for me. It's time sometimes for me to just say, enough already. And that's the same with some of you too. That's what I get from skunk. I don't have to read, Farmer's book or Andrew's book to know all that. Sometimes you just need to know what it is for you. It makes sense. Okay, so tomorrow we have the kids club starting for crystals, and I'm really excited about it. And of course, we're going to start with the chakras, or the chakras. And I call it chakrama. And the thing is that here she goes. She's trying to talk about chakras again. I'm tuning out now. Okay, no, don't, because I'm going to tell you some different things that are maybe interesting regarding some crystals, and then we'll do some crystal readings based on that. So I won't talk too long about it. I know a lot of you watching already know a lot about chakras. So, I mean, you can always learn something different, a different perspective, right? Okay, so when I was in Arizona, I didn't go this year because, interestingly enough, I got sick last year for Arizona, or this year. But the year before, I had a mission to get decent chakra sets, palm stones, to put on people for laying on of stones for crystal healings, because the ones you usually order are just lame. Okay, so we got them, and we got high quality, and I'm telling you, they're nice. So when you buy a set from us, I don't have the price. What did I do with this? I don't think this bag even has a price, but they come in a really nice bag with a really nice tag, and the sets have 9, and they are probably about $70 and worth every penny, because it's really all you'll need to do crystal healing. And I have starting down with the Earth Star, and we have a beautiful onyx down at the bottom, starting with the Earth Star. That's what you would put down. You could do that or black tourmaline down at somebody's feet, or even maybe 2 to 3 feet, maybe even further down beneath their feet, at the end of their feet, to ground them to the earth. Okay, so to tether them to Mother Earth when you're doing a crystal healing or whatever you're working on. Okay, with them, with the crystals. Then you go your Roy G. Biv. You guys know the rainbow. There was a beautiful one, double one out yesterday. No, Sunday night when I got sick at that restaurant. And there was a beautiful double rainbow. That was a promise of me getting food poisoning. That's what that was. A double rainbow. I'm gonna remember that one. Better be careful not to eat something when I get a double rainbow. I'm kidding. Okay, so Roy G. Biv. So red. Red is for your root chakra or your base chakra. That is, in a short nutshell. Please don't tell me, oh, it also means this, and it means this, and it means this. Of course, there's more meanings to all these crystals and all these chakras that I'm going to talk about. But I'm saying, in a nutshell, that is where your kind of like your hierarchy of needs. Is it Pavlov's? Is that his name? I'm drawing a blank. But at the bottom, at the base, and then they go up. That's your base needs, your survival, your instinct for survival, your home, your health, your security. That is your base chakra. And red jasper works great with that. So any red stone. A carnelian will also work for that, but I think of that going more up into your sacral chakra. Sorry, I just drew a blank. You can tell I don't feel well. So the red jasper is your root. Yeah. And I also looked at these and noticed that we have these off. I'm missing something, but that's okay. We'll figure it out. Another great stone for the base chakra is hematite. Hematite, this one's heavy. I love it. This is my personal one. And hematite, I teach this in crystal classes, and you can actually see it. I can. You may not be able to. Underneath pieces of hematite, it's actually red. It's a copper color. And that's why it's perfect for connecting you to that base or root chakra and to help keep you grounded. All right? So the next one, you're going to go up to your Roy, not your Roy, your R in Roy. Next is orange, right? So you're going to go up and you're going to have a carnelian. And that's the best stone, I believe, for the sacral chakra or sacral chakra, because it's about creativity and sexuality. And it's definitely carnelian. It's just the best one. Any other orange stone you might want to get, you could get that stone, but you just can't go wrong with a good carnelian for that chakra. Okay? And I do have all of these off, and I'm going to fix them right now. These are off. What the heck? Alright, well, we're not going to fix them right now. Yeah. Alright, so there we go. That's why it's off, because I left off, goodness, one of the most important things. We'll use this one. The solar plexus is next, and that's going to be in Roy, your yellow. My favorite one to use for your solar plexus is citrine. Just bar none. Citrine is great for your solar plexus. That's your center of self-esteem, power, how you feel about yourself, a lot of other things. But for me, I think a lot about that and a lot of digestive issues, food poisoning. a lot of those things. So it has to do with to do with your self-confidence, and it's just a very important one that I have to work on a lot on people when they come into the store, or come in for healings. So that is your solar plexus. And here's another piece of citrine. Citrine is also a great stone for prosperity and abundance. It's all over our store, just randomly placed all over our store. And always carry a piece of this in your wallet. If I were you, I would do. You will always have cash. All right, so these are all off a little bit. So you also, that's why, because yellow aventurine. The reason when we bought these sets is I really did go hunting for really good, to keep the price where it would be affordable for you guys, but at the same time, be good crystals, be good stones. And this one's actually from another set. No, this one's from this set, I guess. But the citrine is not from here. I brought the citrine in because I didn't buy citrine for the set, and I'll tell you why. Because the citrine that I was finding that on that trip was just not the quality citrine that I wanted. It was very infused and heat treated and all that kind of stuff. It just didn't look good. And then on top of that, it was so expensive it would have just priced us out of having a set that anyone would want or could afford. Even now, people don't understand how valuable these are, and so we don't sell as many of them because they think, oh, that's $70-something. Believe me, it's worth it. So I put in there instead yellow aventurine. Aventurine comes in a lot of different colors, and it's one of my favorite stones. Here's a green aventurine. It comes in peach, comes in all different colors. So for that same solar plexus yellow aventurine is great. And then we get to the heart chakra. That's typically was green, and now we've added that pink color to it because pink has become associated with the heart. So I have, of course, a rose quartz, and then, as I just mentioned, a green aventurine. Another great stone in general for the heart chakra is malachite. This is my personal piece. But malachite is also the healer stone because it's Raphael's stone, who is the healer archangel, and he also assists light workers with their healing. It helps with all kinds of pain. This is a beautiful piece. Okay? So you can use it for the heart or any type of pain that people are having. It's also great to take on travels because Raphael is also the archangel, the patron archangel of travel. So that's why malachite is thrown into those stones for traveling. Okay, so we've got, for the heart, green aventurine, rose quartz, watermelon tourmaline, of course, would be perfect. But I'm pulling out what might be affordable for you guys. What I mean by that is, this is interesting. Everyone will say, give me a piece of watermelon tourmaline. So we'll get them, and then they'll sit here because people don't always want to pay what a big old chunk of watermelon tourmaline is going to cost. Okay? It's a lot more affordable to get a rose quartz and maybe a green aventurine to start out with. All right, so then we're going to go up into the throat chakra. My favorite and my personal piece is this blue lace agate. When you find good pieces of blue lace agate, I say get them because I'm going to tell you lately, we'll see what we find in Colorado at INATS, the International New Age Trade Show. There's one guy up there, lady actually, that we know that we buy stones from, and maybe she'll have some pretty blue lace agate, I'm hoping. I have not been happy with what I've been seeing lately anywhere. This is the quality I like, that I like to even sell. When we first opened, we had some of this. And again, it just made me laugh when it would sit at a great price and people would just pass it over. I'm like, study a little bit, you guys, or listen to my videos and you'll know when something's like good. But blue lace agate is to me one of the best ones for the throat. That's all about speaking and speaking up when you need to, or being quiet when you need to, and listening, or feeling like you're heard, or making sure that you're heard when you need to be heard. Okay, so it's all about communication. And this one's interesting because lapis lazuli is great for, most people put it for the third eye. So sodalite can be used also for your throat chakra, and lapis lazuli. Okay, sodalite is just a softer, gentler version of lapis lazuli as far as what it does for you. Okay, it's different in the properties it has in it. There's actually some sodalite sometimes in lapis lazuli, but there's also pyrite in lapis lazuli. Okay, so then we're going to go on to the, where am I? Third eye. Same thing. I said third eye. I didn't bring a piece of iolite over here, but iolite's really the color of the third eye. It's maybe even a little darker. It is like a deep bluish purple is how it's usually that indigo color. Okay, so Woji Biv, the eye, the indigo. But I use a lot of times on people, I just blow all that off. And we have in our sets a beautiful piece of January Rose. Are you listening? Are you on here today? Because this is your favorite. It's lepidolite. And y'all know, a lot of you guys know, this is natural lithium. Comes from this lepidolite. It is great for so many things, including anxiety, but it's also great for opening up your third eye in a very soothing and gentle way. So I love it. I sometimes find myself putting it on the throat. I'll put it on the third eye. I'll put it on the heart. But right now, tonight, I have it in this set. I bought it to go with the third eye. This piece alone is great in this set. I mean, gosh, that one's pretty. All right, so then you go on up to the crown. And again, once you get up to the crown, that's like the V. So you think violet, but you also think white light. So you could put a clear crystal. You could put one high vibration stone that I just did a blog on that, on all those high vibration stones, ascension stones, transpersonal chakra stones. But amethyst is a great one to put on either your third eye or your crown. And so this is a piece of amethyst, a really pretty piece that comes in these sets. And then if you go up to the Soul Star, you could then put even some more of those high ascension stones or clear quartz or whatever you wanted to as you went up into the transpersonal chakras. So there you go with that set. And I'm going to see what I've left out here. Always before I start working on the chakras, I will, and you hear me probably talk about this every time, clear with a piece of black kyanite. It sweeps out karmic residue, things that don't serve you, negative energy. It protects you from psychic attacks, from psychic vampires, from those emotionally draining people that sometimes mean to do it, but most of the time don't. It drain the heck out of you. So it sweeps that off of your auric field, and then I will use, you can do that after. You know how some people say, let's fluff, when they'll get people up off of the Reiki, let's fluff them. What the heck? Okay, let's fluff them. What? Okay, to me, this is what I do. Sorry, I know y'all fluff. It just never made any sense to me. I know they're clearing the aura, I get that, but this literally just sweeps that auric field. And then I'll go around with a piece of selenite, and literally, like if somebody was standing out at the airport trying to go through security, I will use this just like sage around. Now, I am not making fun of whoever said this today, okay, but I posted about this being the sage crystal, selenite, and I said use it just like sage. I don't mean you light it, okay? You don't light it, okay? So, because y'all asked if it smelled like sage, so no, it doesn't smell. It's just selenite, it's gypsum. So it comes from like plaster of Paris, that the walls are made of, or if those old timey casts. So I said use it. It's my fault because I said use it just like a sage bundle, but you know, don't light it. Okay, just use it. Okay. All right. So we've talked about the animal totem. Oh, and we have these. We have all kinds of chakra stuff at the store. These rings are so pretty. Love this. I don't know if you can see, but these are from the sterling silver collection that we have. That's been blowing out of the store like crazy. People come in and just are having so much fun with all these beautiful pieces. This one's a little different in that it's not just one stone. It has a bunch of stones. And I didn't get my nails done, so here we go. But we've got a whole bunch of different styles of these, and they're really, very cool. And they are good pieces, good stones in there. And they're sterling silver, so you can have them sized. So are we good on that? Okay. And then, of course, we have chakra bracelets. We also have these that are made with basalt that you can infuse with your essential oils. I've seen a lot of people wearing them, and with chakras. No big deal. Those are really inexpensive and easy to make. The only hard thing about making chakra bracelets is you just have to make sure you have the beads of the same size in each of the beads to represent what you want to represent it. And this one looks like it was made with something that wasn't really citrine, but was used. It was like a kind of yellow agate, it's like, to represent citrine at the time. But ours all come with little tags that explain the chakras to you. Okay. So sometimes you might get something. We don't put what stone necessarily is coming as a chakra, because here we have malachite, because you might get something different. I believe for the root here, this one's garnet. Darn it. I always say that, you guys, whatever. Sorry if you think that's not professional. That's what I do, because I can't help but say garnet without saying darn it. But really, I love garnet. It is very much a heart stone and a root stone, which to me, those are two areas that really always need a lot of work. You know, we had a quiz up here at Friday Night Fun Night the other night. It was, we had so much fun. It was like raining outside, and we thought, oh great, is nobody going to show up? Had a really nice turnout, and we played Trivial Pursuit with different categories like angels, crystals, tarot. I don't think I ever got around to making the astrology one. I'll need some astrology people to help me make that one, or I'll have to look it up. But I'm not an expert in that area by any means. So, but we had a blast. And what was I talking about? Oh, one of the questions was about, it said, which chakra is most commonly out of balance? And this is one I didn't make. We duplicated it, because you can do that and you can use them and on this app that we were playing on. And it didn't say the root, and I can tell you it is the root. It said the crown, and that's not correct. It's the root chakra. There's a place that you can go on online. I don't have it right now. I give it to all my crystal classes, and the statistics say that people just ignore that root chakra and that root chakra. It's like 88% of people have to usually have that balanced. So don't overlook the root chakra and just go, oh, I got to get up into my third eye and my crown. Nope, not true. All right. Now, when we talking more about the transpersonal chakras, that's going to be in my Stellar Gateway class, because right above this crown, I believe we hold the Stellar Gateway that holds all our karmic residue and memories. That's where I believe it is. And we clear that out with this healing, the Stellar Gateway healing, assisted by Raziel and others. Used to be known as the Raziel Energy Healing. Now it's Stellar Gateway Healing, because it's broader than Raziel, I was told. And so we clear out, we get up into our transpersonal chakras, because people will say, well, I really, you hear all these people go, oh, everybody's ascending. But did you ever look around and go, really? Why is everybody acting the same? Or even worse sometimes? I'm not saying we need to be perfect, but you just kind of look around and go, I don't see so much ascension. Or do you see, do you sometimes feel like, well, everybody's saying they're connecting to their spirit guides, but I'm not, or they're connecting to their ascended masters, or they're seeing things, or they've got all these clairs, but I don't. Or all these things that people are saying, but yet, where is it? So, this healing was given to me, like, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago, and I was like, not me. Well, yeah, I'm to teach it, and I do it here at SoulTopia. It's only $50, which is cheaper than my regular healings. And then the class that I'm giving to certify you that you've completed the class is only $50. So it's the same as the healing for 4 hours. And then you'll have to do 5 healings after that, though, to really completely, for me to sign off on your certificate. Okay? So, but that's where you get all up into the transpersonals to clear out, so you can finally connect to your higher self. Because guides really are just that. They guide you there to your higher self. Some of us get way too dependent on guides, in my opinion. And those times are going by the wayside. Okay? In my opinion. Alright, so, I wanted to show you these little guys. I got these a while back, and I never really used them that much. I didn't really connect with them because I would use them almost like a pendulum to pull energy or to sense energy, and I was like, and they're beautiful. They're quartz with a kind of a crystal attached on top, and I really just didn't really ever get it. I didn't know how, I didn't connect with how to use these, but they were sure beautiful. And so finally, and I can't remember who showed me this, but it just made total sense to me. I finally started, and this is a root one, I'm going to use the hematite. I would actually put, see how that beautiful red shines through? I would put this, if say I had this on somebody on the root chakra, maybe even on their hip, or to the side of them, because maybe I don't want to place it right on their root chakra for privacy and those things. But I would put this point, because that is sending energy. When you're pointing something straight down, it's sending energy. And it just amplifies what you're sending in. And that's heating up. That is actually heating up right now in my hand, big time. So I use those now for that more than I do to sense the energy. My hands I use for that. And they're beautiful. There's one for each of the chakras. Absolutely gorgeous. I love them a lot more now that I find how I connect with them. The other thing I do, and this is a pendulum that they made in wire wrapping class. They made pendulums, and one of those is coming up soon. So be on the lookout for that. And I think they're making their pendulum bracelets that Roger's had you guys make before, where you can wear the pendulums are pendulums, but they can also be worn as a bracelet. But this is a chakra one that he made for me when I'm clearing chakras. So I really was appreciative of that one from Roger. Alright, so I think I covered pretty much I wanted to cover about the different chakras. Again, there are kinds of crystals for different chakras, all the different chakras. If you guys have any questions, I'm open to questions tonight for crystals for the different chakras, or anything like that, but I'm also open to do a reading, and I was going to do some chakra readings with these stones and see how that goes tonight, okay? Something a little bit different. So I don't know if we have anybody that would be interested in that or not, but if you want to let me know, Cassie. And yeah, tonight I am a little woo-hoo. I had a healing today, which I was perfectly fine doing and excited to do it, Stellar Gateway healing. And because when you heal others, you're healing yourself too. A lot of times people will be like, oh, I shouldn't take that up there to somebody. Well, yeah, if you're contagious, you shouldn't. Oh, listen. When you heal others, you are healing yourself. And so she was really wanting this appointment because I'm going out of town. So I did come, but I want y'all to know this is the first I've been out of bed since Sunday night. So if I'm kind of woohoo, that's why. So thanks for putting up with me. Yes.
Stephanie Frey would like a reading, please.
Okay. All right, Stephanie. So what I'm going to do is I'm getting these crystals, all the ones that are kind of shaped alike, the palm stones, so to speak. And I'm going to see, without knocking every single thing off of here, if I can do this. I'm not going to really be able to cast them, which is unfortunate because I kind of want to cast them, but I'm not going to be able to do that. So I'm going to pull 3. We're going to see how this goes. And this reading is going to be for your highest good. All of these readings, and just so you know, every reading I ever do, I set this intention. I'm going to say it out loud just so you'll know that I do. I ask for protection from anything that does not serve any of us, anyone listening. I ask that only that be said, which is for the highest good of all, and nothing come from ego, a place of ego, and and that I don't filter spirit. I am cognizant that this is live, so to that extent, I will be even more careful with anything I do say. But again, I will not filter spirit. Okay? All right, so let's see what we get. I'm going to move these around a little bit. And I'm sort of scared to shuffle them too much, so we're just going to have to. All right, so did I say 3? I feel like 2. Just 2 for you. All right. Okay. So Stephanie, I got, first of all, these look really pretty together. I like cowboy colors, and these are actually SoulTopia colors too, gray and it's well, teal blue, but it's your throat and the root chakra. But I'm getting something a little different right away. What I'm getting is that there needs to be more movement physically of your hip area. Okay? So, I'm not a doctor. None of this replaces doctors. You guys know, I have to say the disclaimer. But, in addition to it, crystals can help. And I'm going to say, the reading for you is, there doesn't seem to be enough flow. I'm talking yoga. Okay? I feel like there needs to be some more stretching and movement of really the hip flexors on the sides of your hips. There's just not enough flow going on with that. And they feel really, really tight. So this isn't taking me straight to the throat. It's taking me more to your root, almost going up into your sacral chakra. And that you're really feeling really, really stiff and achy in that area. And so what else would help? I'm going to tell you that I don't know how you feel about actually when you're out at the pool and getting outside and swimming, or even if you join like a fitness club that has a pool. But I feel like water and salt water, and you know how pools have that salt water, seems far afield, but I'm telling you, it seems like even taking baths with salt water, you just need some clearing. And also just movement in water will be really, really good for you. It's very gentle on the body. For some reason, it's very strongly coming up for you. I hope that you didn't have anything specific, because that's where they took me tonight for you, Stephanie. Okay.
Okay. Emily McWilliam.
Okay, Emily, I'm going to shuffle these, and I'm going to have to move these because I cannot. Can y'all hear me? Because my voice is getting weaker and weaker. Okay. All right, so we're going to shuffle these around. And for you, Emily, I feel like I'm going to do, and tell me if anybody has a specific question, but for you, since I wasn't told you did, I'm going to do sort of a past, present, future. Okay. It's interesting because they're really right in order. There were things that you were not able to say in, and I want to say relationship. It feels like it also went back into some of your childhood, but it's also in an adult relationship where there were things that you were not able to say, and they just sort of stagnated there. They just went unsaid, and actually it feels like they've never been really, you've never felt heard on it. Like you've really never felt like anybody really heard you about something, and it's in particular. There's a theme to it, and that nobody ever heard you. And I'm going to tell you, you need to be heard about it. Even if you write it down and burn it, you need to feel like you've been heard by the universe. And I was going to say, if nothing else, that's big, okay? So it doesn't, sometimes the people, when we finally tell somebody something, it's like, that sure didn't give me the satisfaction I thought it was going to give me. But knowing that the universe has heard you, you haven't been heard on it. What is that? Okay, I'm not saying answer that on the thing, but there is something where you were not heard. Right now, you feel like you're sort of having some peaks and valleys with what I would call spirituality. You will get really feeling like maybe you're connecting, and then all of a sudden you'll feel like, hello, is anybody home? Where are you guys? And I think that goes back to sometimes our guides will pull back so that we can connect more to our higher selves, and people will take issue with me on that. That's fine, take issue with me, because I know that's what is going on with a lot of us lately. We're relying too much on our guides and not connecting with our higher self and source, which we're a part of. So I feel that's going on with you, and I do feel like you're getting there, and you're going to have a lot of wisdom in that. Why this comes up is because this is something that needs to be taken care of. The getting out what was not ever said. You might have said it. I don't even know if you ever said it, but you really didn't feel like you were ever heard. That's passing. Those days are passing. Now you're going into more of a spiritual space, but you do sometimes feel like, where are you people? Where are you guys that everybody talks about? Well, they pull back sometimes on purpose so that you can connect more to your higher self and to source. Okay? All right, thank you.
Okay. You had two others,
Okay.
Paula and Kelly Ling.
Who's the first one?
Paula.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Interesting. This is for Pella. Am I saying that right? It's Pella. I know who you are. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing your name right. I apologize for that. This is so much about rising up and really stepping out of some of the belief systems and knowing that you're okay in the belief system that you're embracing, and really, honestly, doing some research into your connection to France. It is huge. I just see it in here. It's like it's so beautiful. But you really have got to keep trying to connect. I'm trying to give you one more thing because I feel like you're supposed to get a message for an animal totem, and that was not it. If I get it again, we'll say it is, but no, it's lepidolite. Okay, so interesting, because this is not what I would have necessarily. This is going to be Archangel Michael for one, but it also would have to do with, I just keep getting a hawk, which is normally not the stone I would associate, but it's that's what keeps coming, so that's what we're going to go with. Lepidolite is all about soothing, but in order to be prepared to be to know your plan of action and to know what you're doing, you kind of need to survey the territory. And that is what the lepidolite's about. I'm going to tell you this, though. You've got two violet/purple lavender stones. So that's a huge color for you right now. Huge, huge color. Purple, and I believe I said earlier red, but purple is huge. It's the crown chakra. And I'm seeing what else I want to tell you about that. And I'd say probably connect with Archangel Jeremiel too. Okay? There's some forgiveness that needs to go on, and I feel like it's something where you actually need to forgive someone else. It's not forgive yourself. Everybody wants to soften it, be sweet about it. No, there's something as kind as you are that you're still holding on to that you need to forgive somebody else for. Okay? All right. What's the last one?
Kelly Ling.
Kelly who?
Kelly Lane.
Right. Kelly, your confidence. Most people don't want to admit this. Okay? They just don't. Your confidence has taken a couple hits lately. In fact, it felt like you know how some people say it's a full frontal assault. This one felt like it came at you from both sides. It's like you got attacked from this side and then attacked from this side, and there were two completely different sources that you didn't see coming. Almost like you were blindsided. And you know that when you feel like, what did I do? Like, what the heck? What's going on? And then we take that on because we feel like a victim. We feel like falsely accused. I'm not saying you were accused of anything, but that feeling of feeling falsely accused. That's gone on, and I don't know when it went on. It seems recent, but think about what it was, because it feels like you took a hit and you took another hit. And you're still standing in your power. It didn't knock you over. You're still standing there, and it's going to make you stronger, but at the same time, it bothered you. It bothered you a lot, and you are still dealing with that. I would say some healing around that would be very beneficial for you. Very beneficial. So, solar plexus healing for that. Okay, that's what I get for you. Thank you.
You did have one more comment. Lexi said she would says hi,
Lexi.
and that she would love a reading if there's time.
Okay, so of course, Lexi will be our last one. We miss you guys. I have my blanket in the room. Lexi and her family were so kind to me to give me a blanket, and I hope I'm saying this right. It's a star blanket from the tribe in South Dakota, and I know now, you guys, what an honor that was that you gave it to me. It felt like such a generous, nice gift when you gave it to me, but now you explained a little bit the honor of that gift being bestowed upon someone, and I just can't thank you enough and tell you how much that meant to me. I really do appreciate it. I don't want to get weepy over it, but if y'all want to see that, it's on my Facebook page. We took a picture, and her daughter Belle gave it to me, and I have a picture with her also on there. So I miss you guys. All right, so reading for Lexi. All right. Just keep being the strength and the solid. You're the grounded one. You're the mountain. This, honestly, I think you were a mountain in another life. Okay? A mountain. And I think or a tree. But if you were a tree, it was a big old tree. And you were so firmly rooted, whether this was a mountain or a tree, and probably both. It's okay. It's okay that it always has to be you. Okay? Just know that. It's okay. It's just going to be you, so get used to it. You are. And are you going to get a break? No. Not really. Because you are meant to be the grounding one and the solid one. And your heart's hurting a little bit. And it's not because of missing here. That may be what's going on too, but that's not what it is. It's some other family issues, not immediate, and I'm not going to go into too much detail on that. You know what I'm talking about. And I do feel like your heart's been hurting on that. It's okay to not be the total mountain on that one. You can lean on other people. Lean on your husband, lean on friends, lean on us. Keep in touch. Seriously, because your heart is hurting about that still. I know I get it, because mine does too sometimes. So I get it. Okay. And so you got the strength, but you are, man, your strength with heart. A lot of times when the people are the grounded people, sometimes they tend to be a little judgmental of us airy-fairy ones. Okay? Not you at all. You're a perfect example of somebody who's so grounded, yet so, at the same time, loving and compassionate, understanding of those of us who are just totally out in our transpersonals half the time, or more than half the time. And you lovingly say, here, let me put my hands on your shoulders, and you never make us, and we feel grounded immediately, and you never make us feel guilty for it. So that's your gift, and it's a huge gift. You've got one daughter that is that way, and you've got another daughter that's more like me, that's like, woohoo, gonna be out here, and you're just, and then that horse-loving boy and karate-loving boy, he's gonna do so many things. I'm going off about everybody in your family now, but most of you are pretty grounded, but you're all really loving. And that's one thing I'll say to everybody listening is just because you're the grounded one doesn't mean that you have to be judgmental when somebody else is like real dingy. I'm just going to use that word. And like I call it airy-fairy. It's okay. Just put your hand on them and help them ground a little bit. There's no need to judge them. Okay? And Lex is your perfect example of that. And we miss you. Okay, so I did this, you guys. And I appreciate you for putting up with me. And I'll say I did it because I'm not feeling great. But Cassie did it because she's so excited. Cassie Clayton. She's so excited to get this all working. And it's not easy. And I really do appreciate it. We have, I'm leaving Thursday morning. We do have stuff going on at SoulTopia. So be sure and look at the schedule. This week on Thursday night, Wendy Baxter is going to be doing the Gods and Goddesses class, and y'all come, please, because she and Jason, her husband's coming as well, and they know so much about the Vikings and the Norse gods and goddesses that I'm telling you, you are going to be, I'm sad I'm missing it, okay? I really am sad I'm missing it, because if I had taught it, I'd be nervous if they came, because they are so, I might not be nervous, but, you know, I'd be like, oh, help me. Because they're so knowledgeable in the area, so you will learn so much from them. We may, since our dear sweet Alice Electra is moving to Tucson, we may take that class back to the intuitive class, okay? And in the morning, you guys, we do have our Crystal Kids Club. It's going to be a blast. And it's $20 per time, and each class stands alone. It is a lot of fun. It's ages 6 to 12. A lot of fun. If you still would like to come, I'm okay with a couple of you still coming, okay, and bringing your children. But don't be bringing a 4-year-old up here for tomorrow's class. Don't do that to me now. I'm telling you, and saying that they're a really mature 4-year-old. Don't do that. I've done that before. I remember when Tyler was little, I'd be like, he's a really mature 4-year-old, you know, and I'd think he could be signing up for a 6-year-old class. No. They're not that mature. You'll find out when they get older. They're really not. They're 4. Okay? Sorry. Be mad at me. It's just the truth. We all think so much more, and then we look back on them and we go, wow, they really were little. They were 4. So this age group is 6 to 12, okay? And I've decided with the teenagers to integrate that. 13 and older, they're old enough to come to the adult class, as long as they have a pretty good attention span, because that's a pretty serious class, okay? So we're going to just not have the teen class. We're just going to integrate them into the adult class. So if there aren't any other questions, I am going to go get some water and pass out. What about you guys? What are y'all going to do the rest of the night? And pray for me. Wish me luck. Whatever you want to do. Do a grid for me, a travel grid for me traveling to Colorado and meeting up with my family up there and bringing back some awesome things from INATS. That's the International New Age Trade Show. And we're going to have a great time. And until then, until next time, check out our website. And thank you so much, Cassie. Love ya. And I just made a funny face. But thank you so much, guys. And yeah, I'm silly. And we'll just see you next time. Crystal Cheers. Bye.